Today, we're going to go over 5 easy stretches that just about anyone can start doing. Whether it's because of back pain, hip pain, shoulder pain, or just anything in general, if you're just wanting to feel better or get a stretching routine, these are for you. First stretch we're going to go over, probably my favorite stretch of all time, is the couch stretch. Now, I'm sure you've seen some version of the couch stretch, but I doubt that you've seen it done properly. So you're going to set it up like a Bulgarian split squat, and then you're just going to go all the way down. From here, we want to just get nice and tall and allow the body to relax. For most people, you're probably going to feel a pretty intense stretch here. Sometimes this could be a little bit of an unstable position, so that's why I like having this PVC pipe here. From here, we want to flex the glute, and if you flex it, that's going to increase the stretch you feel. After flexing the glute, you want to think of tucking your tail like a sad dog. So go from big butt to small butt, almost like you're thrusting forward. From there, you want to keep that glute squeezed, push that knee into the ground, grow tall, put your hand on this leg, and twist away from the down leg. That's going to transfer that stretch from the front to the side. I like holding this stretch for about 2 minutes. You can really feel it lengthen as you hold, and I like doing about 2 sets of it. Stretch number 2 is going to be a figure 4 stretch. This is a great one for all you guys that are lazy out there, especially with your stretching, because you get to lay on your back. You're going to get about a foot to 2 feet from the wall based on your mobility. You're going to put both feet against the wall and make sure you're nice and straight. From here, you're going to bridge your hips up, cross one leg over, drive that knee forward, and then slowly drop your hips down. Now, this part's pretty easy for people, but what I see is that a lot of people tend to shift towards this knee. So it's important to keep this knee aligned with the shoulder. You want to grow tall through your head. Make sure you got a little bit of space in between your tailbone and the ground. If you're all the way down, go ahead and scoot yourself a little bit forward. If you're all the way up and you can't relax into it, scoot yourself backwards. We're going to hold this position for 60 seconds. Nice deep breathe in. You're supposed to feel it in this left glute. Stretch number 3 is another one for the hips, so you should be seeing a theme here. The hips are really important. This is another great one for you guys who like to be lazy, because you just kind of get to chill. This stretch is called a frog stretch. We're going to get nice and wide, a little bit wider than you think you can handle. I'm not too concerned with where your feet are. You could be hands up or elbows down. I prefer elbows down. Then you're going to take a big breath in, and then on the exhale, you're going to sit back. So for most people, this is going to be plenty to stretch out their inner thigh. If you're looking for a little bit more, you want to play with your pelvis position. You want to go from big butt to small butt, rock back and forth, find a place where you feel a big stretch. Also, try moving your foot position. Generally, when you move your feet out, it's going to be harder to sit back. And if you move your feet in, it's going to be a little bit easier to sit back. But once you're down here, see if you could relax your head and breathe deeply into your stomach. Hold it for 60 seconds, and you're going to get a good result from that. Enough with the hips and lower body. Let's move on to the upper body. So stretch number 4 is going to be a prayer stretch. So there's multiple ways you can do this. They all achieve relatively the same thing. This is going to be good for you who have tight shoulders, especially pain in the front, and have trouble getting overhead. So what we're going to do is you're going to grab a PVC pipe. You're going to do it palms up like you're going to do some curls. You're going to put your elbows on the bench and make sure you have room for your head. From here, get in a knee position that feels good and sit back and try to drive your nose to the floor. Once you're in this position, again, you can play with back position and pelvis position, going small butt, big butt, seeing how that affects the stretch for you. Our goal is to feel it either in the lats or the mid back. You might feel it in the front of the shoulders, and that's okay. Another way you can do this stretch is a little bit more simple with just your hands or your forearms on the bench. So again, hands on the bench, sitting it back, reaching down towards the floor. Think of pushing that bench away from you.
Again, take big, deep breaths. Whenever we're stretching anything around the shoulders, you want to take big breaths into the rib cage.
Hold that for 60 seconds, 1 to 2 sets, and you're going to get a good result. Stretch number 5, and a very underrated stretch, is dead hanging. So a lot of people don't do it because it's hard, because you have weak grip. But you can start supported on a box. Say if I was holding it right here and I had my feet up on a box, you could start there. But for most of you, you should be able to hang. So you're going to dead hang right here. Preferably, you'd be able to completely relax your legs, but I'm a little bit too tall, so I'm going to bend them. And this is good if you just hold it from here. If you want a little bit extra, tighten your core, grow tall through the head, and tuck your chin a little bit. When you tighten your abs, you're going to feel it a lot more in the front of the chest. What we're looking for here is kind of anything in the upper body, but you're probably going to feel it pec, lat, or maybe that mid back. Again, take big, deep breaths into the chest, expand that rib cage, hold it for as long as you can. You should be able to hang for at least 60 seconds. If you consider yourself strong, you should be able to hang for 2 minutes. Thank you for watching. I hope these stretches helped. If you have any questions on how to execute these stretches or different variations on them, leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you. If not, have a great day.